up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today we are doing a girly podcast, so cheers to that. Yeah. Okay, so as you guys know, my name is Ashley Antoinette, and my special guests can introduce themselves.
Oh my gosh. I am Jess.
Christy. Dee Dee. No. Dee Dee is my middle name. LaSonia.
Okay, so today's topic is... Y'all ready? Drum roll. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot. Should a man pay on the first date, especially if he asks you out, right? Taco with us on Tuesday, right? So as you can see that. So what's y'all opinions on how y'all feel about that?
My opinion is, I honestly think whoever asks to go the first date should pay. So if I ask him, I'm gonna pay. If he asks me, he gonna pay.
Okay.
Well, I disagree. I think that if he asks me, I prefer to go Dutch. And even though he asks me, I prefer I pay my way and he pay his way.
See, and I disagree with that. Like, I feel like paying a bill 50-50, like somebody like doing separate checks, unless you like in a big group with like your friends or something like that. I don't feel like that's, to me, is like, I don't.
A little bit ghetto, you know, a little bit
Not
like
really a date.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm old school. I'm old school all the way.
I got an old soul.
I believe, you got an old soul. Now,
right.
but I believe that a man ought to, I believe that it doesn't take anything from a man to open the door for a woman. I don't believe it takes anything from him to open
on the first date.
to pull out the chair, to say, let me get that, and then he asks, because I can go on my own date and pay my own bill.
Right.
I don't mind dating with myself. I like my company. I'm a queen. I love my company.
There you go.
So, but if you ask me out to go on a date, then yes, I'm expecting for you to pay for our dinner. I'm expecting you to pay for our drinks and dessert if I feel in the mood that I want to have it.
Definitely.
And you're gonna know from the top when you ask me that you ain't getting nothing in return like that, but some polite company and some few smiles and maybe a little bit.
Right.
But I'm gonna enjoy your company as you enjoy mine. But there's gonna be no other kind of rubber tub to be expected.
Right. And I kind of wanted to double back on what you said for saying, like, if you ask somebody on a date, or if, like, whoever asks who on a date should pay. I feel like I wouldn't, like,
In the
I
first
feel like
place.
a woman asking a man to go on a date is, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, if I have to ask you to go on a date, you don't deserve to go on a date with me, if that makes sense.
Because it's like you're not really looking at me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. But so I want to ask for your time.
Right.
And to me, that's stepping me down because you're the one that need to ask for my time.
Right.
Not that I ain't gonna say not that I'm not special, but I am. But not that I'm just like, too good for you or anything like that. Like I said, I'm old school. I'm not gonna ask no man for no date.
Yeah, me
Now,
either.
I'm a woman, so women have ways on getting a date from the guy with the guy asking. A smart one, you know what I'm saying? Not the ones that have learned, let's say that. Let me rephrase that. Those of us that have been around older women or have learned different little things on keeping us as being women and learning how. My husband has even told me quick, a man ain't gonna do nothing that a woman don't let him. And I believe he's a very wise man. I've been married to him over 20 years, and he for real. A man ain't gonna really do nothing that a woman don't let him. As far as if you let a man feel on you, he gonna feel. But if you mess around and you stop him in his tracks and let him know I'm not to be disrespected that way, he ain't gonna do it no more. Because if he step over and do it, then it becomes to be pushing the era of rape or
Right.
unwanted advances. And yeah, so to get back on subject, I'm not going to ask the man out, but I'm going to make myself available. Like I teach our young people, young women, as our Bible tells us that when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. That means the man is the one that's got to be looking. You just got to be findable.
Yep.
Present yourself to be found when he look.
And a reason why I said Dutch is because if a man takes me out, even though he asked, I prefer Dutch because I want to be able to order what I want.
See,
and I want to order what I want to eat. I don't want to be. Sometimes when you go on a date and they ask what you want and you looking at the menu and sometimes they be looking at you like I hope she don't order something too high or looking at the prices. So that's why I say I go Dutch, because if somebody asks me out, you can't afford what I want to eat.
See, and I feel like in that sense, like when a man asks you out or when a man first become interested in you, you should present yourself the way you want to be looked at. If somebody high quality. If you go, you feel me? Like, I just feel like if somebody look at me, they already should know. Like, I like this, I like that. You see me with a Gucci purse on, so you know I like Gucci.
Ooh, I'm finna
you see me with this, you know I like this. Don't come to me offering things that you never see me in, that you don't, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that I'm not appreciative, but don't approach me and take, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a good point, because I was thinking about that too, talking about some, order what you want, things like that. The thing about it is they take you to a restaurant and they expect you to order off the appetizers the whole time. Like, no, I want to eat. You asked me out, I want to eat. Like, and I feel like if somebody was to put me in a position like that, I will offer to pay. But I feel like when you offer to pay, exactly, when you offer to pay for somebody on the first date, right? Men get comfortable with that. They get comfortable when they let you pay. And then, like Pastor said, was when a man won't. What did you say? A man won't do what you.
Yeah, man only do what a woman.
Right. And then if you then everything yourself, that you uncomfortable to ask him for something because you don't know where he at financially, because you've been carrying him the whole time.
Yeah.
So I feel like paying on the first date solidifies the foundation of whatever y'all gonna have going on, and I'm not here for it.
You made a wonderful point. Okay, you said, now you see me carrying a Gucci purse. First of all, I see you driving in a what is that? A Mercedes? Mm-hmm. Driving Mercedes, and I'm always carrying a Gucci or Louis Vuitton, name brand stuff. You want to take me out? You know you're not finna take me to Burger King or somewhere McDonald's or somewhere
Taco Bell
or not even what's that all you can eat place
all you can eat buffet.
Go to Corral or something. Yes, ma'am. You see, that's the type of clientele that I have. You better not try to we pull up in the parking lot and go to Corral like you crazy, and I'm calling an Uber.
Hey, I'm gone.
But even still, like me, I don't carry a bunch of all that. I have a couple name brand persons. All that every now and then I might do it, or
same.
I don't drive Mercedes or stuff like that. But also the character that you are, I'm not gonna. Mm-hmm. My character is not. I'm saying you call me conceited. My kids call me vain sometimes. But my character is not Burger King.
This is good
mentality. I'm not gonna have that Burger King mentality. If you take me out, I'm not. First of all, I'm gonna know what kind of job you got.
Right.
See, so if you got a certain job, like you got a security job, then I know that you're not really not putting you down. I'm gonna be considerate of the fact because most of the time, 9 times out of 10, they'll say, "Where do you want to go eat?" So I know you're a security guy, job. You're a nice guy, so I'm looking okay. So we can go to Red Lobster or Outback, somewhere where it's not real. It's kind of expensive, but not real expensive. Outback, what they $20 something like that for a plate. If you can't afford a 20 or what Applebee's, and I promise y'all, that's a push for me. To go out on a date is Applebee's, but Applebee's got some good food. Don't get me wrong. Now me hanging with my girls or whatever, yeah. But for the date, It's a push,
Right.
but like I said, if you have a security job, now if you're working up in the law firm somewhere, you ask me where I want to go. I want to go to Ruth Chris.
There you go.
You know,
Well, you know, when a guy asks you out anyway, he should ask you.
Automatic-
Where
Where
would
you
you like to
wanna
go?
go.
That's what I'm
Yeah, where
saying.
would you
So
like to go? What
I'm
kind
not-
of food you like to eat?
Exactly.
You know?
So I'm going to throw out some stuff, and then I might, if you ask me, do I have a particular restaurant in mind? Yeah, I'm gonna come out. But if I throw you out some things that I like,
Yep.
and you still come down with a Golden Corral, that is your last date.
Definitely.
When I know that you can do better, because don't start low with me to build up. Let's come to the table, because I'm gonna bring
Right.
you to the table, me finest. I'm a queen. I'm not gonna bring you joker mentality, and I have my queen mentality.
There you go.
You know, so I expect for you to do the same. The thing about what Pastor said, what's that word? Dutch. That's
I wanna eat
50-50.
what I
There's a
wanna
lot
eat.
of women that say 50-50. Now, you can do it very discreetly, too. You know, if the guy seems like he ain't able to do such, you want to have a full-blown stuffed lobster dinner, and he looking and keep looking, because you can tell if they a little nervous about the bill, they start looking. And
Yeah.
looking, how much is that? Yeah, you know. So, and I know I still want something else, then I'm going to go ahead and buy my own. Take it home, you know, whatever, or you're going to sit there and watch me eat it one, but I don't eat like that, but I will go on with it. And that should tell you something. You know, I'm not just that appetizer
Right.
person. I still might want me a small appetizer, and I want an entree too, which 9 times out of 10, the way I eat, when I eat the appetizer, I'm done. The dinner,
be like that
the entree
sometimes,
always go home anyway, but you ain't got to know that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? You
yeah.
still got to do so. Yeah, I believe that a man, you ask me out, you should pay for it. I'm not going to ask a man out, and I know we have a lot of women's rights, and I'm down for it with a lot of areas, but I still believe that a man should be chivalry. I'm not going to be one of them women that just hurry up to open the door. I'm gonna wait a minute and see if you're gonna get out, come around, and open up the door. You know. And that's just how we are. We let a lot of our values go sometimes.
Yep.
And just like you said, then they get comfortable with that. If I don't expect for you to, if I go to my door, to the door, and I stand there and wait, because I done made it to the door, you think I'm hold it open for you? No, I'm the woman. I am as the Bible said, that we could be doves, and we have, our skin is of velvet petals. Treat me like I'm a velvet petal. You know, I'm not no harsh thorn. Open the door. And we don't need to throw chivalry away. Having equal rights with doing women independence, our women independence, it should not take down from us allowing our queenhood to rise.
I have 2 things. I'm gonna switch the topic real quick, and then I'm gonna double back on what you said. Like job, I feel like sometimes men get intimidated by what women have. And they see her and like, oh, she's beautiful, I want to take her out, I want to do this. I see what type of stuff she wears and stuff like that. I feel like women, well, at least I can speak for myself, just because you don't have the job that you can, where you can afford the things that I like, does not mean I will not give you a chance.
Right.
That's
right,
simply,
definitely.
that just, to me, that's the best honesty you can have with somebody, instead of trying to carry the load of pretending and trying to be something that you're not.
Exactly.
And then y'all can move forward with that. If I know that he don't make this much, I'm not going to consider going to this place. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I like that you said that, because I feel like that's very important, because sometimes men miss out on their wives or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And it could be vice versa, just because they don't feel like they live up to what that.
Expectations.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah. Then I also wanted to kind of like.
And don't flaunt yourself stuff either. I
There you
can have a
go,
whole
yeah.
closet full of Louis Vuittons, but every time I go out with him, I don't have to be having a Louis Vuitton purse.
Right, yeah, to make
know.
him feel, because men,
attitude.
their pride is just
Ugh.
yeah.
Wet tissue.
Yeah. But do y'all have something to say? Because y'all been quiet this whole time. We need everybody to have a
sure
chance
have.
to
I'm
say
sorry.
something.
Now we can agree to disagree now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we
Can you pull this,
disagree.
please?
But I, you know, like I say, I'm strongly I believe in Dutch. You know, I really just, you know, I'm not like some people say, well, you know, you're into the women right and women, you know, should do this and
Yeah, I mean,
but
that's good.
it's not like that. It's just that I love to because if a guy, when he takes me out and invites me out, I don't know what his budget is, and I hate to run a bill up that might not be able to pay. And so if I go somewhere, I want to enjoy what I want. I want to eat what I want to enjoy. But at the same time, I have sometimes when people ask me out, I look at the menu and I kind of like
dumb it
come down a little bit, because I don't know what his pay is, or do he have enough, or because the worst thing you can do is have a man to take you out on a date, and he takes you out on a date, and the bill come higher than what he have. And you could tell a look in their eyes, when it's like, do you really want to eat that? Well, yes, I do want to eat that. That's why I order that. That's what I want. And do you really have to, because if I order baked potatoes, steak and baked potatoes, I want my potato loaded.
Right.
That's right.
And then sometimes they say, well, do you really want to have all that on? They charge extra for they get all that on. Well, I want it on there.
Can I tell you what I've done? I've been in a situation like that before, and actually, when I first met my husband, and what I did was I ordered together, but I knew that wasn't going to be enough. Like you said, dummy down. I dummied down it because I knew what I wanted and what I can. So when I went to the bathroom, I played it off to go to the bathroom. And I got my waiter, and I told him that I'm going to have a take home. Such, and bring a separate bill, but put the bill in the bag. And I'm going to, kind of like on the side to tell him so it wouldn't mess with
his pride.
His pride, exactly, at all. And then when the bag come, he asked me, I said, oh yeah, I wanted to take my daughter something. And I didn't want to put that on you. I wanted to take my daughter something, you know what I'm saying? Because, I had a lot of kids, I can blame on any one of them, so it was easy.
But what's funny, as you was thinking of, when you was talking, it reminded me of, I used to tell my girls all the time, when a guy asks you out, never, or, whatever you order, don't eat it all. Because my dad used to tell us all the time, if a man take you out, don't, even though it come with all the 4 courses, all this, he said don't eat it all, because if they see you eat it all, and then they'll say, think you eat too much,
Yeah, my grandmother told me
and
that.
just eat half of a little bit. And so I went out on a date one time. Oh my God! And the food I ordered, I was trying to eat half of it. I was still hungry. I wanted to eat all. I just eat a little bit there, a little bit there. Then I said, I'm just stuffed, But I was just lying. I was still hungry. I wanted to eat all my food. And then if he had a little extra, I want to get a little bit more, but that's crazy.
In the bag.
You got something to say, Jess?
My points still stay the same, but I think I'm just talking about like,
I'm sorry.
Cough button.
Sound like a trash can dropped.
I think I'm just talking about like when you're more comfortable with the dude. Like, then if I'm asking,
I was gonna get to that point.
Yeah, as I'm saying, somebody made a point where, I wanted to make a point where, like, you don't know what this person makes. I feel like it's very important to have a conversation with somebody and at least get to know some type of, something about them where you can at least get, some background on there. Some type of picture.
Yeah.
Don't go out with strangers and y'all don't know nothing about them and things like that. And, you might be tied up in a trunk or something like that. You got to get a little something information.
Especially nowadays.
Go to a public place.
right?
But I feel like getting some information and getting to know them, even though it can still stir you stray or whatever, and they might lie or whatever on their application or whatever. But still just get a gist. Like I work like I'm a CEO. It's like, okay, well I know exactly where we're going.
Right.
Somebody say, I'm a teacher. It's like, okay, well I know exactly where we're going. So
Exactly.
Or go on a date and he just order all this food and he have to go to the restroom and don't come back.
I wish.
I don't know. I'll probably get out my character.
Man,
Cause what?
I'm calling my mama. But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like when I go out, I would never order something that I couldn't pay for myself. So
Right.
That is a very key point. If I would never order something that I can't pay for myself, just in case.
Yep.
This
Snaps.
is like with my with my girls when they was coming up. Because even with me, my mom, my grandma she would always stick a little extra money when I would go out on a date or whatever. She would stick a little $20 bill, fold it up, wrapped up in a tissue or something, and stick it up. She always would do that. Well, we are women and we are laughing out loud. Okay. And she would put in there something. Whoa.
Oh, man. Is you okay?
Does that song come to anybody's mind? I know, but it was just hanging on them here.
You want some water?
I have to sneeze.
Don't hold it in for the podcast.
We're teaching your girls as they come up, if you have daughters, and then take it to heart yourself. Don't never, like this young lady said, don't order nothing that you can't pay for your own self.
That's
For
right.
the just in cases. Because we never know when there's a just in case.
Just in case, because you meet a lot of guys are pretenders.
Yeah, like Pastor said,
A lot of
they mess
guys
around
are
and go to
fake.
the bathroom.
A lot of guys think that they live in this glamorous life. A lot of guys, and then you go on, like you say, the first date.
Yeah.
We don't know about the first date. You know,
we don't know.
we
We got to
We
know
don't
about
know how is he using. And nowadays, you can't even tell he's using his credit card or someone else's.
Yeah.
Well, that ain't none of my
So much a
business.
scam.
That ain't none of my business.
Always good to carry a little extra cash to cover yourself.
Well, I always got my
Like I
wallet
say,
on me.
I go Dutch,
Wow,
pay
you
for my own,
loud.
and he pay for his own.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have no problem going Dutch, but I feel like only if I have to. I don't want to be in that situation. I feel like I don't even feel like a man should just pay on the first day. Anytime we go out, I feel like you should pay. I feel like I shouldn't have to pay for something unless I offer to pay for something.
Right.
And the type of person that I am, I will definitely do that. I'm very appreciative, and my love language is gift giving. So I have no problem returning that energy.
When you're comfortable with the dude, you pay if I ask you.
Yeah. And even on your little special occasions, a Valentine's Day or their birthday, or just want to say, no, I just want to take you out something today.
Right.
I want us to go out lunch. I came by to take you out lunch. Do a little spontaneous thing and keep little stuff like that. Way they don't feel like, man, every time I go out, I got to pay for it. Because some guys start feeling overwhelmed by that.
And that experience is horrible.
Yeah. So
I'm just saying, I don't think I've ever. Now, I'm not talking about nothing recent, but I don't think I've ever been with anybody who gave that same energy, except for one guy. Like, he flew me out, he paid for everything, and every time I offered to pay, he would immediately be like, "Oh no, I would want to do this," but he wasn't my boyfriend or nothing like that. We was just cool. He was like, when I had a girlfriend, I did everything. I had no problem with doing that, and I feel like I respected that so much because I never had that before. I never had somebody just do everything, and then that's what I'm saying. It wasn't
no
in our own city.
Attached.
Yeah, no strings. I promise you. But for to fly somebody out, we drove to Atlanta, paid for a hotel.
When?
I think we ate seafood every day, if not every other day. But yeah. It was that was the best time.
You still got his number. You still got his number. You need to get that
But you know
number.
what? Sometimes when a guy asks you out today, it don't even have to be at the restaurant. Go to old school.
Yeah.
I invite you out to a date. We'll have a date in the point. Guess what I'm gonna say? The
Not doing
picnic.
picnic.
Yeah, take the picnic. It takes you
I
out.
love picnics.
And you can just have a nice dinner in the park.
I feel like those are better. I feel like not going to a restaurant is. I would rather you go to Subway and get a foot long and cut it in half, and we just get some. I feel like it's the thoughts that count because there's so much that goes into that. Okay, I'm gonna go to Spur. The sun gonna be good that day. Instead of just sitting in a restaurant, I would very much rather have that.
Yeah, have it in the park.
Yeah, the park, going to the water. Oh my God.
Oh, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it.
Going to the water.
Oh my God.
And that just means so much more than
Definitely.
sitting down.
That's
I'ma tell
right.
y'all a little-
Because he put the time in and prepared the lunch.
Yeah.
Instead of someone else cooking,
That's a
he's
different
doing
type
it.
of mindset. I feel
It don't even. We sit in the
It
car
just-
and we just talk about life,
Or
talk
even
about
have
problems.
dinner at home.
Yeah, dinner at home. Yeah.
My husband, when we
But
was
outside
dating, when we were dating, we dated for like 2 years, and one of the wonderfulest memories I have is that we went to this place was called Daphne, where you drive over the bridge and it's nothing but water, and it had a place like like park, and then it had where you can walk out there and you can sit on the little things that's on the water. It's in Alabama. But we would drive and we would sit there, and then we would sit when the sun started setting. We'd get in the car and just sit there, and we had our cheese. We had cheese, the wine, juice wine. He didn't drink no wine, but just juice. You know the Welch's juice that look like it's in a wine bottle, try to make you feel like you're doing something. No, I know. But I'm saying, he didn't. He at all. At all. He teases me, called me a wine bibbler. But that's in the Bible. Anyway, so we had cheese and the little salami roll.
Look at
and he had that, and we sat there and we took the tablet out and we made our own little drive-in movie.
See, that is just beautiful.
And we put the tablet up on the.
You take that over going to
empty time.
Right,
anyway, and just sit there and watch the sun.
Them type of man is different.
Go over there, yeah. So.
Well, still, they got to take me to a restaurant. They got to spend some money sometimes.
I'm talking about like every now and then, and that was just something. That was just a moment.
We don't always go to a restaurant.
But that was. I know what you mean. We got to go to the
do other things.
Yeah, but you could have. We're just saying that there are so many ways to entwine in a good relationship.
Definitely.
And it does not have to be just the first date. It's to be the first date and not just the first date, the date afterwards. Okay. Continue to enhance your date. Your first date, good, and your second date, make it better than the first. Continue to enhance it. We all usually, those of y'all that stay sober, we all remember our first date. So you just keep it up and make it better and better, and you can enhance it the more and the more, and learn about the person that you're with. It's so important to learn about the person that you're with.
I feel like you can learn more on them outside dates, though.
Yeah, definitely. Because those are the dates where you like most
no
like have to.
It's
have to talk.
y'all two.
I mean, you can say that, but then I feel like in a restaurant, like you have to sit there and look at each other, like But you did have a question about
safer nowadays.
Boom, got it. Bing bong. Okay, so do y'all think dating and like having date nights is important in a relationship?
Definitely.
I think it's really important. I know a lot of people that's married that do a date night, and I look at that and I'm like, wow, that is really nice to do. Have a date night. They have, one. I can't wait.
Well, I can tell you.
I get a date night, get married, and have a date night.
We can do date night, Mom. We do every Friday.
Yeah, we do.
But let me tell you the important thing about the date night, because me and my husband, we started that stuff too. Once you start it, it is so important to keep it up.
Okay, as I was saying that, I think the date night is very important. I know so many people that do the date night and they go out and be excited to go out to buy a new dress, their makeup, their earrings.
Keeps it exciting.
And it just be like, they be so excited and like it's like date night,
It's really healthy,
and it is really as healthy in a relationship.
What y'all got going on.
And what you gonna do.
Instead of arguing about it,
It's be like your first date again. And so that's something that, when they start, they really do need to keep, because I think that's exciting to have a date night.
Really healthy. Like when you go on date night.
And I think it is really healthy. It's healthy for the relationship, because when you're in a relationship, you want to keep it lively. And, and to me, like you say, it's very healthy, because sometimes the wife get boring, and then that causes them to go out.
Yep.
And to find
not only the wife, the man too.
And men too. Yeah.
I'm like, man.
You gotta turn them over and spice it up.
Yeah. That's I used to do a class in church in the church, and I used to do a class on women, and to the women, we used to talk about date night, keeping your marriage alive, don't let it go boring, and doing things that your husband, unexpected things that you wouldn't think he would do, which cause other men to go out and do things in a relationship that they're looking for. And I used to tell the class I used to tell the women all the time, it's okay if you want to be Miss Redhead. It's okay if you want to be the, different characters in your bedroom. Just to be able to be spontaneous, keep it entertaining. And it could go along with your date night, and it could go on with your first date. Just to be able to bring entertainment in your own home.
That just brings me, like, the date night, just back to what I said, my point, like, I asked you, like, he don't gotta pay every date night we go on.
But we were talking about the first date, specifically.
Well, I don't, well, ask me again, I'll think about it.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Because I don't know.
That's why I said I know on the first date, I'd rather go Dutch, because I don't want him to look at me and judge me for what I get and thinking every time I take her out.
You shouldn't be with somebody that judge you what you get anyway. Like,
yeah, but sometimes guys get the wrong idea. Like,
if it's gonna be
she ordered this and eating this, she's gonna want to eat that all the time.
Well, if it's your first. If he think like that about you, that would be my first and last day. If somebody have that mindset about you, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care if I want to get what I want to get, and I'm showing you who I am right now in this moment. If you don't accept that, that's fine. This can be our last date. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you want to order this and this and that, do that. If he don't want to pay for it, that's fine. I got my own money. You know what I'm saying? It's just that afterwards. Like, it don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, people often think that the first date is going to be, after the first date is going to be a second, third, fourth, fifth. It's not always like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's important for you to be yourself the first time. That way somebody know what they're getting themselves into. And I'm pretty sure that we will all appreciate it if that man was showing who he was that first time as well. So I feel like it's only great. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was only fair for both parties do the same thing, which is show who they are. You know what I'm saying? If he show who he is, because that's what I'm saying. I have friends where we went out and we in the drive-thru and he like that, damn, that costs too much. I'm not, I'm just like, I just laugh at him because of how so honest he was. I never had nobody that honest, you know what I'm saying? I would rather be around, honest and blunt, rather than being with somebody who's suffering in silence knowing that's their last $32, you know what I'm saying? Like, just say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then complain about it after. Like, I have no problem spending this money. If you feel like it's too much, it's all right, bet. Like, you got me next time. Like, and it is what it is. Like, that's how I feel about it. But
I don't know about the first date. Me personally, every first date I experienced, he paid for. But I don't know. I just don't.
Did you get to order what you want to order?
Yeah.
Jessica don't eat.
I do.
You eat like a bird.
Anyways, next.
She ordered. I can tell you right now what she ordered. I can tell you right now. You can answer after. Did you or did you not order chicken tenders?
No.
What was it called? Something else?
I ain't ordered. Nothing I can cook at home.
I'm not gonna let you play my girl. Was they name something else?
Oh no, I just like them.
Okay, but
I just like them. My bad. They say I eat like a child. Excuse me.
it can be $40 chicken tenders, or they can be $10 chicken tenders. They just want me
chicken tenders.
I'm getting the tenders. Like, I can't help it.
Comment on one thing. What Pastor was saying, and it is so true. It is good, and I know I keep saying this, y'all. I guess because I'm the one that's been married for 20 years, so I just keep bringing it up. But you will, and you remember these words. Right. So she was saying that it's good to spice it up, change it, put on different wigs, and different things like that, and sometimes I tell y'all. Men have these little hidden things that they think about. They may not express it, or they might be shyful to express it. And sometimes you being a bolder woman, as you learn your man, like my husband, he like when I would come out with my little Jamaica and talk and be my other personality. And her name is Kendra. You just know
what your man like.
Her name was Kendra, and there was times my husband said, "Where's Kendra?" Because Kendra would act a certain way that Sonya wouldn't, and he liked it that sometimes. Okay, so he related. So that let me know what kind of mood he was in, you know. And it's good to have a different personality or something like that. It ain't got different personality. It can be a different clothes, different outfit, different gig. Mine was a different personality, but switch it up. And that would help you know and read him better too, because he'll let you know what kind of mood he in. Because if he asked for this, you know, there was Kendra, Sonia, and Judy. And he was like, oh yeah, because, you know, I'm just that.
I got the voodoo for you.
Judy was the midnight calls. Anyway, so when
That's why she
I'm
had
about keeping it real. I'm about keeping it real.
Period.
So when he asked for Judy, we knew what kind of mood he was in. You know what I'm saying? And when he asked for Kendra, we knew what kind of mood he was in and what he was feeling. So that's what we do, you know. And he was just smiling, and I didn't have to go out and get it and shit, you know. Like
So say, well, I want a first date with Judy.
Judy, yeah.
So you already knew what that meant.
And that gave me time because Judy was the midnight hour club. So that gave me time to get ready for that midnight hour.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't overexert myself in the daytime. No.
Only when the night owls come out, it's turned up. It's turned up. It's turned up. Hey, that was-
Boy, if you don't get
But it's good.
I just made it
It's
up.
healthy. It's healthy fun. It's healthy fun. It's healthy
that.
marriage or relationship. And as she said, as Pastor said, it keeps it in home. Date night. You want to keep it in home. Date night. It helps you keep things in home. Characters, personality, whatever. It helps keep it at home. If I got everything I need at home, I ain't got to look. Now, if they start looking around, that means that whole heart wasn't there in the first place. Boom. Okay, because, you know, just keeping it real. That will be
that hit,
another
that hit,
subject,
though.
okay? That'll be
that was-
another subject for Ash.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm just, you know.
you know. All right, well, all mine's clear.
All mine's clear. Y'all remember when you go on your first date.
We got all different. We
Keep
got
it
all
light.
different options. Keep it light. We got all different options. But if there is any men that want to get in this topic, we can definitely do a part 2. I enjoyed you, ladies. Thank you for being on my podcast today. I hope to have you guys back. I know this is your second time. This is Jessica's first. So, yeah. See you next time. Peace.
Keep it real. Keep it.
I'm a one-to-one, I could never be you.